Good morning class. Today we are going to learn about numericals of unit number 5. So in this unit number 5 we are going to learn the first numerical, which is stated as: in a consolidated test the void ratio of the specimen was 1.068 under the effective pressure of 214 kilonewton per meter square, changed to 0.994 when the pressure was increased to 429 kilonewton per meter square. Calculate the coefficient of compressibility, compression index, and the coefficient of volume compressibility. Find the settlement of foundation resting on above type of clay if thickness of the layer is 8 meter and the increase in pressure is 10 kilonewton per meter square. So for the solution, first we should know the formulas. So in first part we have to calculate about the coefficient of compressibility, compression index, and coefficient of volume compressibility. So first, AV equals to delta E upon delta sigma dash, which is given by this E0 minus E and sigma dash minus sigma 0 dash, where E0 sigma dash 0 are initial void ratio and stress, and E and sigma dash are final void ratio and stress, effective stress. So the initial stress we have given as 1.068 and final is 0.994. Similarly, the effective stress final is 429 and initial is 214. So this is coming to you as 3.442 into 10 raised to power minus 4 meter square per kilonewton. And second is the compression index, which is given by Cc delta E upon log to the base 10 sigma dash upon sigma dash 0. So delta E equals to 1.068 minus 0.994. Similarly, log to the base 10 sigma dash 429 and sigma 0 dash is 214. So this come out to be 0.245. And the third case, coefficient of volume compressibility, MV equals to AV equals to 1 plus E0. So this comes out to be 1.664 into 10 raised to minus 4 meter square per kilonewton. And then you need to calculate the settlement of foundation. Delta H equals to CCS 0 upon 1 plus E0 log to the base 10 sigma 0 dash plus delta sigma upon sigma 0 dash. So this is the formula to calculate the settlement, and here H is given to you as 8 meter and the pressure is given to you as 10 kilonewton per meter square. So initially sigma 0 dash is 0.245 as we need to be calculated by Cc equals to, we have calculated at 0 is 8 given 1 upon 1 plus 0.068 E0 log to the base 10 E0 dash 214 given plus delta sigma is given to us. Okay, final increase in pressure is given to you as 10. So here 10 we have to take, and then sigma 0 dash 214. So the value comes out to be 18.8 mm. So this is how you need to calculate first all the coefficients, and then you need to calculate the settlement. Now second, a saturated clay layer of 5 meter thickness takes 1.5 years for 50% primary consolidation. When drained on both sides, its coefficient of volume change MV is 1.5 into 10 raised to minus 3 meter square per kilonewton. Determine the coefficient of compressibility in meter square per year and the coefficient of permeability in meter per year. Assume gamma W equals to 10 raised 10 into kilonewton per meter cube. So here whatever given we are writing it down. So T is given to you as U. that is in percentage. U is going to as 50%, so 2.5 mv, which is coefficient of volume change given to us. So D is to be calculated. It is with respect to the drainage, and drainage is one-sided or both-sided. So if it is both-sided drain, it is said both side drain. So D will be total layer thickness upon 2. So that is coming to as 2.5 meter. And for U equals to less than or equals to 0.5, TV is the time factor, equals to pi by 4 U square. Already I have explained you while explaining the coefficient of consolidation in consolidation chapter. So this is the formula to calculate TV. So U is given to you as 50%, that is 0.5. So pi by 4 into 0.5 square is 0.1963, and then you need to calculate the CV. So CV is nothing but D squared TV upon small t. So D have calculated. Substituting all in the formula, we get 0.818 meter square per year, which is coefficient of compressibility. Then we need to calculate the K, which is coefficient of permeability, given by CV and V gamma W. Here gamma W is given to us as 10, but if not given, we can assume it 10. So substituting all the values, you are getting K equals to 0.0123 meter per year. So this is how you need to calculate the coefficient. So two numericals we have done. You can practice it in the lot many numericals given in the assignments. Next is the numerical with respect to compaction. So the following are the results of the compaction test. These are all the results where mass of the mole plus wet soil is given to you, and then water content is given to you. Then volume of mold is 1000 ml, mass of mold is 1000 gram, specific gravity 2.7. So find the compaction curve showing the optimum moisture content and maximum dry density. Plot the zero air void line and determine the degree of saturation at the maximum dry density. So as it is said that the zero air void line corresponding to 100%, so as S is equals to 1, and the coefficient and equation is plotted as gamma D or rho D initial equals to G gamma W upon 1 plus WG. So G is known to us 2.7 into 1 gram per cc. We are assuming the gamma W upon 1 plus 2.7 W gram per centimeter cube. So, and we also know that gamma D equals to rho upon 1 plus W. So that is given to you as rho is m upon v, we have calculated, into 1 upon 1 plus W. So that will give you m upon 1000 1 plus W gram per centimeter cube, as volume is 1000 ml. Then the computations are arranged in the tabular form. So as volume is 1000 ml and mass is 1000 grams, so we need to calculate it. So we are given 5 readings in what water contains are given to us. In the if the water contains are given to us percentage, we are expression in fraction. So that will be given to a 0.1, 0.12, 1.143, 0.161, 0.182. And mass of mold, as it is given to us as 2925 minus mass of mold 1000 grams, so it is coming to you as 1925. Similarly, rest are calculated by subtracting the mass of soil by mass of mold. And gamma D formula we have already solved in the previous slide. So we are taking m upon 1000 1 plus W, and next for void ratio in this we are calculating by this formula. So by substituting the values, we are getting first value as 1.75, 1.87, 1.88, 1.83 and 1.75. Similarly for gamma D 0, 2.13, 2.04, 1.95 and 1.88 and 1.81. So first we need to plot a graph between water content and gamma D. Here you will get a curve, and secondly you will plot a graph between water content and gamma D0 for zero edward line. So by calculating all the values you are getting this graph. You are getting this curve. So you are plotting a graph between water content and gamma D here. So first water content is given to us, so we'll plot gamma D. So first value is 0.1, so this is your 0.1. In that you are getting 1.75, so this is your 1.75. Okay, this is 1.6 and this is you are getting 1.75, so this is first point. Similarly 1.87, 1.88, 1.83 and 1.75. You need to draw a smooth curve through this. Whether the points are coming in this or not, you need not to worry, but you have to draw in such a way that your peak point is covered. So here your peak point is 188, so we have drawn this curve like this. These 2 points are not coming in the curve, so that you can leave. So then you have to take a tangent to this curve and plot it on the gamma D, and this will give you maximum drag density gamma D max. And you have to plot this downward on the water content, and this will give you the water content, which is known as optimum moisture content, which is coming to you as 0.14 you can say, and here it is coming to you as 1.9. So gamma D and OMC are calculated, and SR you can calculate by knowing all these values. So this is the zero air void line. So 0.1 के लिए 2.13 आया है, तो यहाँ पे आपका 0.1 है, और दिस इज़ योर 2.13, दिस इज़ 2.04, दिस इज़ 1.95, दिस इज़ 1.88 and this is 1.81. So you have to draw a straight line. All the points may or may not come in that line, but maximum points you have to join with the straight line, and that will be your zero air void line. So we have solved all the questions related to this. Thank you very much. If you have any doubt, you can contact me as you like. Thank you so much.